So this will be the weekly reading for the week of June 16th, 2019. And the first card we are going to look for is to represent the challenge for the week. Okay. The next card we are going to look for is the energy to embrace for the week when navigating that challenge. Okay. The next card we will look for will be, okay, energy to avoid. Okay. One or two overall cards to represent energy to avoid over the week. One or two cards to represent energy to avoid. These cards are getting tangled up, which means there's a lot of stuff. I think there's just a lot of things getting in the way, which is very interesting because I think that that means that the issue for everybody will be different wherever that challenge presents. So there's a lot of different things that are getting in the way of that. Before I start the reading, I just want to let you guys know this reading is going to be a little bit different because when I went to pull cards earlier, it was a little bit of a mess. And I might include some of the video of when I was pulling the cards just so you guys can see everything that was going on. There was a lot of cards jumping out. By the end, like half of the deck was out. And the majority of those cards that were out were cards that we had seen in previous readings. So based on what I got for the challenge and the energy to embrace for the week and what happens after that, and also with tonight or technically tomorrow being a full moon, the message that I got from that was that everybody has a lot going on. Everybody's carrying a lot of baggage, and everybody has a lot that they need to release and let go of in order to move forward. Right. So I just wanted to explain why the reading would be different this week. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here are the cards we have for the week. Like I said, the reading is a little bit different. It started out the same, but toward the end, I had cards jumping and flying out everywhere. I couldn't get a clear read on anything. And it really related to what the beginning of the reading was. So the challenge to be mindful of for the week is how your life can change and how you can come up on a big change just by releasing stuff. Like, it's about that time. You know exactly what it is that is the problem. You know exactly why it's a problem. And at this point, you even know why it's getting in the way. And this week, you got to be real with yourself about why you're not having that breakthrough. Why are you still holding on to things that do not serve you? Be it people, situations, mindsets, habits, beliefs, whatever that it is. Why are you still holding on to things that you know are problematic, that you know are getting in the way of your growth and your progression? And you even know that on the other side of letting it go is something beautiful, there's something great coming to you, but for some reason you're staying in that space. And you need to be honest with yourself about why. You need to be honest with yourself about why you don't believe that you deserve what's on the other side, why you don't believe that you're capable of either earning or maintaining what's on the other side, why you are afraid of discomfort, the discomfort that comes with something new, be it a new existence, be it a new relationship, a new job, taking on a new perspective, and or fully embodying this new person that you've been curating. You've been working a lot behind closed doors on yourself, on your self-esteem, on your financial habits, on your spiritual practices, on you've been going to therapy, you've been doing a lot of work, and you've been growing, you've been doing a lot behind closed doors, but you're not particularly comfortable with revealing that person to the rest of the world. Why? And that's a question that you're going to have to answer this week. That's something that you're going to have to sit with and be real with yourself about. Why am I still holding on to this thing? Especially when I know that when I drop it, so much is coming in toward me. And then that was the card that came out for energy to embrace. But you know this. You know this. You know the blessings are overflowing on the other side of what you let go of. You know that everything that you see for yourself, everything that you want for yourself, things you've been working to manifest, things you've been working to call in, things you've been working so hard at achieving, the things that you have had to tell yourself up until this point, you've had to continually tell yourself that it existed without fully knowing that it existed. You had to convince yourself that it was true and that it was real. And you know that once you drop whatever you're holding on to, that exists on the other side of it. And at this point, it's literally right there. It's like if you drop it and turn around, your abundance is right there for you. It's not even something, because you have done the majority of the work already. You have done the majority of what is necessary to bring those things into you. The only issue is that there's no space for it. It's being blocked by whatever it is that you're holding on to. And that's why when I went to pull the cards for the energy to avoid, I had cards jumping out everywhere. I went to pull them. I was getting a lot of the same cards from previous readings, because all of those things are in the way. It's taking up space. Your abundance just can't. It's right at the doorstep, and it can't come in because your house is full. You got to clean it out. Clean the house out. And you've been going through your house, packing stuff up. I don't need this. I don't need this no more. Putting it in a box. I'm giving these away. Putting it in a bag. Throwing stuff away. Cleaning up. Wiping everything down. Top to bottom. Front to back. Back to front. You've been doing it all. But at this point, now it's just clutter sitting around. You know it's not useful. You know you don't need it. You know it's trash. And you know it's in the way. Why are you not taking the trash and throwing it out so that your abundance can come in? Because it's right there for you. And sometimes it's bittersweet to have to let certain things go because you've had it for a long time. You're attached. It's been such a part of your life and your existence up until this point that you're not fully sure what your life will be like without it, because these things have been around for so long and you've gotten so comfortable with these things being around. And moving forward, you need to understand that, okay, and this also goes back to an abundance mindset. I talk about this a lot with my friends. I talk about this a lot with my clients. Like, all of those things that you're getting rid of now, at one point, it served a purpose. At one point, you needed it for survival. You needed it for comfort. You needed it to build relationships. You needed it to feel confident. You needed it to fulfill some type of need that you had. And that is okay, because at that point in time, it was useful. It may not have been healthy. It may not have been the best way to do it, but you didn't know that at the time. And now that you know, and it's time to let it go, you should be happy that you are moving out of a space where those things were needed. Those things that you can now see as problematic, as toxic, as unhealthy. You have grown and shifted into a person and an existence and that version of yourself that no longer needs those things. That's something to be joyful about. That is something to have immense gratitude for. My rose quartz fell. Heart chakra. And it's okay that you needed it then and you don't need it now. You don't have to demonize yourself for having those things before. And you also don't have to have guilt for letting go of it now. Whatever it is, be thankful that you had what you needed then because it got you to this place. If you would not have had those things that you needed, even though they may have been toxic, they may have been unhealthy, they may have been problematic, they may not have been the best way to go about whatever it was that you were compensating for, whatever that was a compensatory strategy to overcome. Part of accepting that and having an abundance mindset is knowing that it was useful then and it got me here now. And you can give it away with love, with gratitude by saying, okay, thank you for getting me to this space. You are no longer needed and I release you. And release it with love, release it with gratitude. Release it with delight and knowing that I no longer need to carry all this clutter and baggage with me. I can let it go and my abundance is going to come rolling in because of it. So that is going to be the reading for the week for the collective. I did not go through energy to avoid or overall positive message because what I got from the whole situation with me trying to pull the cards was that everyone's situation is different and some things that some people may need to avoid, other people may need to embrace, and um, also that like the overall message kind of differs depending on what the situation is. So I did not I did not talk about it in a general collective reading because I didn't want to cause any type of confusion or mess for anybody. So with the full moon being tonight, what I'm doing is offering full moon readings that kind of talk about what is being brought to the surface, what you need to let go of, and then what will be coming in. Um, and you can let me know if that's something that you feel like you need or if you need more clarity from the reading. Um, the general reading, if you have questions about it, or if you feel like you could benefit from having that full moon reading, that's something that I'll be offering. I am still on the fence if I'm just going to do personals and send them out to y'all, or if I'm going to come back on live either later tonight or tomorrow night and talk about it. I still haven't decided on that part yet. But I am offering the reading. It'll really depend on whether or not you guys let me know that you feel like you need that and how many people tell me that they feel like they need that. And that's going to be like the deciding factor on how I present it. But yeah, so that was the reading for the week. Let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, if you want a personal reading about that, if you want a personal reading about something else. And then also let me know if you'll be interested in a full moon reading for yourself. And then if you do tell me that you're interested, let me know if you want a personal on a slab or if you would be okay with me coming on live and getting everybody's done on live. I feel like that was a lot. I don't necessarily want to say easier. It was smoother for me to kind of get it done in that way than to kind of record the readings or write the readings out and try to send them to y'all individually. That takes a little bit more time. So the turnaround for that would be take a lot longer than if I was on live and just kind of pulling the cards for y'all there. So, I mean, it's up to y'all if it's something that you're interested in, how you would feel comfortable receiving it. If you are interested in it, let me know. And I guess we'll I will talk to y'all once I realize what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great week. And if I do want to say this, if the reading triggered something for you, please, 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 please do what you need to do to take care of yourself. The advice that you get and the insight that you get from the readings does not take the place of proper mental health care or physical care or whatever it is that you may need. So keep that in mind. When you watch these readings, I talk a lot about when you receive that insight, then you need to move. Sometimes that requires you to kind of initiate some other type of professional services to have your needs met. So keep that in mind. If it triggers something deep in you, then get help. Find somebody to talk to. Um, Use your tools. Use your healthy coping skills to kind of shift through that. If you have questions or concerns that you feel that I can help you with, I'll do that to the best of my ability. But just keep in mind that taking care of yourself is always the first priority. Okay, because I know sometimes when you're going through a breakthrough, and for some people it looks really good, and it's like it feels good to do it for other people. Um, it's a lot more hard work involved and a lot more painful to go through. So I am mindful of that, and I encourage you, if you are on the side where you're struggling more with that, that you do what you need to do to take care of yourself. All right. God bless y'all. Have a great week.